everybody? Everything working? Mic is on this time, yes. Okay, good. Right, so, how's everybody doing today? For some more Foley Fables, maybe getting to the end of it today. I'm pretty sure we're on chapter or episode 4 of a 5-episode game. Remember, the Council was an episodic game once upon a time. Not anymore. Now you can just get the full thing, but it was originally released in episodes, and we are reaching the very end of episode 4. I think. That is my assumption, at least. I just want to make sure everything is working. Closed captions is on. Feel free to turn that off if it gets frustrating or clashes with the subtitles or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to shrink. Yeah. So, previously on the Council, we lost our hand because I fucked up a puzzle. And still not entirely sure what I did wrong. Sure seemed like I did it right, but whatever. I'll look it up later when I potentially go for the platinum for this. What else did I want to say? We have the Spear of Longinus? Vagina? The Lance of Longinus. The holy lance that is said to have spilled the blood of Christ. It supposedly makes it possible to kill demons, which we think Mortimer and possibly Sir Gregory are, because that was just dropped on us. That truth bomb was dropped on us by Mother. Yay, demons, maybe. So yeah, we have, we've got the lance, or what? More correctly, we have what we believe is the lance. It may not be. We may be in a Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade situation where we have picked up the wrong one. And we might melt. I hope not, because that was gross. But it might happen. Not melt. Did he melt? No, he just ages crazily rapidly. But that was only after he tried to use it. We haven't tried to use the lance yet. Mind me, just trying to remember how to get out of this maze. Does it kill demons? I'm sure it does. Why wouldn't it? How's it going? How's it going, Arakazana? Well, we're about to find out. If I can get out of here. With my old-timey medicine, I'm sure I don't have an incredible infection and blood clot situation going on in my arm right now.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur, I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing.
What am I doing?
This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him immediately.
Let's keep calm,
No,
please.
I won't be doing that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Smack. See ya. It is now time for violence. No more making people see sense. Only violence. Okay. How do I get to the wharf? Good question. We are here. Okay, we can take one final trip to the mysterious library. Get out to the front door, because I don't think there's any other way out. So, shit, which way's the library? This way. Run, Louis! What? I just slapped him, he's fine. Don't worry about it. His French ego can't understand. He's kind of processing it right now. Bitch slapped mother loving Napoleon Bonaparte. Absolutely. What other game lets you do that?
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
There's no time. No time for visiting your local library. Okay, hopefully we won't encounter anyone else on the way. As I stealthily jog my way through this opulent manor. Don't mind me, dum-de-dum. No. cutscenes. They're never good. That means someone's gonna try to stop me again.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
I'll bet. Can I leave instead? Oh good, all avenues are closed to me. Go back the way I came, I guess. Very bold considering your hand capacity was halved. Well, I took a risk and it paid off, maybe.
Come closer, please.
No, I'm good
It's
where I
time
am.
we had a little chat. I wanted you. Oh no, your hand. Damn
Yes.
it, no. So that's it. She's prepared to use you.
What do you mean?
It wasn't enough for her to lose her hand. She had to make you lose yours too. I cannot permit this to continue. Louis, it's time you found out the truth.
I already know
I've been
the truth.
observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in the search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road. You see,
Let's let
Sarah
him
and
walk-
I
talk
have
himself
known
into a
each other
corner.
for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory about me, about Gregory, about the demons.
Vampires.
She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels.
That's a lot.
Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us.
Not all angels have wings.
And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know
Stab
exactly
him.
how many of us
Stab
there
him.
are, because a large number of our kind remain hidden, or never reveal themselves even to us.
No, he's not the devil.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
If I follow you, you must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
Well, he seems to have it up his ass about the death of Christ, so let's go with that.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You aren't him, are you?
Oh, no, not at all. He was my father, though. Strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon? Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
He's lying.
We should have the chance to talk about all that again later, but yes, he was my father. All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
Okay?
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies since?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that,
Envelopes.
indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
Why? Why would you want to be an old man? Yeah, he has a
Did
thing
you know
for
ancient
Zeus as
Greece?
well.
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of the time I spent working on acoustics with Pythagoras, well, it moves me quite deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic. It wasn't so long after his 2 sons passed away. Isn't that right?
Excuse me, Louis. I would rather not relive any more of that, if you don't mind.
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Oh, yes. Luxury and decadence, Louis. My family did
All the
indeed
slave
reign
boys, Louis.
supreme. But from this period, I retain
Does it
only the
explain
works
how
of
people
my
are
friend,
not concerned about 600
Marcus
years of Mortimer?
Vitruvius Polio.
He's extremely reclusive. And only shows himself every, couple of years. His family tree is a straight line, though, so that's a bit concerning.
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
Okay, he's not the devil. That's stupid. Do they manipulate thoughts? I think we know they do. It's probably best I don't actually ask him outright. What other questions have we got? How can I believe him? Why tell me all? Why tell me all? This is a pretty good one.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book.
Okay,
We
so
spent
far-
many years together until I revealed my true nature to her.
The old book was Al-Azif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
I don't know. The greatest secret is like internet pornography. Is the greatest secret revealed to man. What are your plans for the rest of us, other than seemingly to rule over us?
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself.
Oh, good
On the
job.
other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
Oh, there's a final boss fight coming up. Is this game suddenly going to become Devil May Cry? Doesn't exist yet? That's true. The internet doesn't exist yet. But soon. Okay, so the greatest secret in the up to the 18th century is demons exist, and then internet pornography. I mean, I think this is kind of moot, but okay.
How would you qualify your species scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
I have no expertise whatsoever. Physics, biologic, philosophy. I am equivalent in all of these. I don't know, which one sounds more interesting? Biology.
I would say biology.
So, I would class demons along with parasites.
The comparison's not very flattering. You live inside a host and you feed on that host. Do you not?
A large number of parasites are essential to the survival of their bearer, you know.
They're not
We
called
do indeed
parasites, though. We
choose
call them
a
symbiotes.
host. We enter inside them, and we evolve with them. But if you prefer a more philosophical approach, or a more poetical one, consider us as an idea. We
No.
are an idea
We're memes.
that penetrates the human spirit.
Hideo
but in fact,
Kojima
in
memes,
no way
not internet
are we
memes.
a danger for our hosts. Quite the contrary, we strengthen them.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
Louis, what are you doing? His character model's freaking out over there. Why a conference instead of imposing your will upon us? Was Von Borchardt working for you? Is there a connection with Elizabeth?
So, Von Borchardt, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it.
Hang on,
Can you tell
Jesus
me what
wrote
you've
it?
done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchardt. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
I see, Paris. I take my will over the strengthening of my shell? No. You get old, and everything creaks. I'm not doing a whole lot with my will. I think that's probably fine.
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
So you could have said no.
The voice in Elizabeth's head. It was you.
It was my father, to be precise.
If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
Screw conscience,
You
I mean.
must
Exactly.
suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world.
Oh, how
Now,
nice of
whenever
you.
one of us wanted to propose a
Just
major
like England.
change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to
Is
be
the conference
persuasive,
over now,
but
and now
not to
he can use his
impose our
talents?
will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
But how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men which are linked to our disagreements.
This is starting
Most
to feel
of the
a
time,
lot
our
like,
father steps in and gives directives, which my
People playing
family
Age of
follow
Empires?
to the letter.
Like
Indeed,
PvP, Age
in
of
my
Empires?
opinion, it is high time we moved on.
Risk, I guess.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
Oh god, he's going to inflict capitalism on us, isn't he?
I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis.
Absolutely have not.
Come,
There are so
I've
many
something
more.
to show you.
Better not be your dick.
There is one question that remains to be answered.
What happens if I stab you with this?
Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
I'm the next host. Communism too, maybe. I don't know. He needs me for something. He wants to retrieve the spear. He could just take it from me.
I mean, it's obvious you want me on your side, but that doesn't explain why you're telling me all these truths.
Louis, this conference is indeed of capital importance to me. And yes, I want you on my side. But that's not the main reason that compels me to confide in you.
What is it then?
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me, you are one of us,
We're made of
Louis.
stardust.
You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that
Trust
natural,
your feelings.
charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must
am your
already have
father.
manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's
Have
absurd.
you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body without knowing why?
No.
Shit, yes.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how
damn
it
it.
often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you,
Are you my real
What
mother?
do you mean?
Louis. I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis.
All
But
those
you
guys,
must know the
all those
truth
guys she banged,
before
they're
you
not my
commit an
dad?
irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
No! No! Peru.
Well, well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool. Don't make a move, you clowns.
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid.
Not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jack, I did not betray you.
You're just like him.
How can that human dare to threaten me?
Jack, I've only just found out that I'm his son. You can't hold that against me.
You don't understand. You're already in his clutches. Everything was set up to bring you here and reveal the secret of your birth to you. Open your goddamn eyes. You've always been under his thumb. So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
Jack, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jack, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months, and everything is going exactly as planned.
I have
Lower
this
your
all
weapon.
under control, Jacques.
It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through.
What are you
And
gonna do,
going
shoot
to get
me?
your life back.
You're just like him.
Does Louis
You
live for
are
hundreds of
already.
years? I don't
You
think
can't
so.
see
He's
it,
like a
or you
brand
don't
new
want to
demon.
see it, but it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me.
Yeah, that's the one that'll fuck him up. Maybe. He might also be like, fuck you, don't bring my daughter into this, and then shoot me. Shit.
You're going to be held accountable, and you will lose everything, starting with your freedom and then your head.
I told you, I don't care.
Not about yourself, maybe, but what about your daughter? It wouldn't be the same for her, would it?
Shut up! Shut up!
She will be alone, in a world that you know is hostile. What will become of her?
That's true, but...
Don't abandon her. Not a second time. It's your last chance, my friend. It's over. Come now, monsieur.
You know what I told you. Evil and
He's a
good
demon
depend
zoomer.
on you,
Oh, God.
and not on your nature.
Yes,
going around doing
it's
Fortnite
true,
dances.
and the same holds true
Plunging
for all of
humanity
us.
into the age of
Monsieur
darkness.
Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Besides, you've got like so many people to guillotine back in France. That'll cheer him up. A little bit of guillotining.
too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Not the least of which is my missing hand. What was the question? I'm not too shaken up. Yes?
To tell you the truth, I don't get much time to ask myself those questions.
Quite right. Best not to react to all this too suddenly. Take some time to think about it all. For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself.
Lying is
What's
a
done
strong
is
word.
done.
Omitting
Sarah must
key-
explain
key
herself.
facts.
You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a
Better
demon,
not be your dick.
I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already
this is
there
ridiculous.
inside you.
Oh no.
Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind.
This is a
Hear my
mistake.
voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I'm pregnant.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
No, it's not. It's still at the same level.
Whispers,
See it on the audio.
words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
Not my one. That won't help us.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Ooh,
Well done, Louis.
straight to
Congratulations.
the Duchess.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
It would have been nice
So
if I had this
if you
ability
need to
at
know
the
something
start
in
of the
particular
game.
from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
Yes! But I would break their spirit, wouldn't I? But it would be a violation of... Absolutely would be a violation of their privacy.
But I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches.
Aw.
Let's just say you'll be
I like
picking up
penetrating.
residual signals emitted
Psyches.
by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured.
Absolute
There are
lies.
also a few rules you need to know that govern
Privacy
this
hasn't been
talent
invented yet.
when used between ourselves.
It's true, I'm
You
not
can
sponsored by
read the thoughts
NordVPN.
of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourselves will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most
Why is it
considered
bad form around a demon,
is
but
getting
not-
caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Home?
Yes, the old grump is touchy and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Thoughts reading. You are now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your interlocutors. Oh. It's been a while since I've seen that word written down. Each use of mind reading costs essence point. Why are we getting full-on new systems at the end of the game? You can earn one back when confronted to an... Let's try that again. You can earn one back when confronted to an immunity. Okay, no, it's just written wrong. 2 by exploiting a vulnerability, and 3 by consuming a devil's thorn. Just thought he'll be pissed.
You're right. I need to go now. See you later, Lord Mortimer.
One more thing. If you want to know
Call
the
me
truth about your birth,
Daddy.
ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Oh, it's the fucking kid. The kid he was talking about that they stole, it's him.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
You try and enter my head, punk? Take this. Ah! Now, do I give Mother the spear? Literally. I'm literally holding a spear, not the other thing. Although she's not really my mother anymore. Assuming we believe Morty. Of course.
You manipulated us all. You're going to pay.
What is at stake here far outweighs our personal interests.
Our personal interests? You betrayed me.
Emily, no!
Emily, yes. Won't bring Emma back to life. What do you mean you betrayed me?
But wait, how has Sarah betrayed you?
I don't believe it. You still don't get it. I'm not Emily, stupid.
You went as far as killing your own sister?
You're the one who pointed her out.
Oops.
You only have yourself to blame.
Oops.
Oh dear God!
Surprise, Sarah. You can't just get rid of me like that, you old hag.
Do you realize what you did?
Oops.
Emily loved you, Emma. You endured everything together. You were never alone.
You have no idea what I had to endure.
But it must have been the same for Emily. You both went through so much.
She always saved the worst situations for me. How many times have I had to climb into bed with some man I'd never even seen before because Emily had seduced him during the day?
Oh,
Emma?
shit.
It's obvious you suffered a great deal because of the path your lives took, but don't try convincing yourself that your sister didn't suffer too.
Don't stick your dick in crazy.
I
Don't
am
do it in
sorry
fucking
about what
Crazy
happened.
You
Twins
had
either.
a choice. You use people according to your desires without any scruples.
Excuse me, but we are in the same line of business.
Shut it!
And Emily knew it very well.
No, Emma, look at me.
She would never endanger herself for the sake of the Order. Her sense of duty gave way to her personal interest. In the end, Sir Gregory was the only one who was truly honest with me. He has opened my eyes more in 2 days than my sister did in a whole lifetime.
He's
Sir
a
Gregory?
demon, though.
You've got to be joking, right? You're not really going to trust him, are you?
Ooh, that's expensive.
Emma, you don't realize. You're just a pawn to Sir Gregory, like the rest of us.
He has never lied to me. He took me in, took care of me. Something that no one else has ever done for me.
Why did he do it? You didn't have any particular item which he desperately wanted you to give him, for example?
No,
Emma,
Oops.
you are the only one who knows where the Al-Azif is hidden. He's using you.
It's all Mortimer's fault.
Mortimer
Yeah.
is responsible
Yeah.
for his share of all of this, but he's not playing
He's
alone.
not he's not innocent.
Holm is serving his own interests too. There's been enough deaths.
Has there? Haven't been that many deaths. Ooh, expensive. Well, this is free, so I'm gonna go for it.
Emma, stop it.
Bad
Come
Emma.
with me.
Stop it.
She deserves to die, Louis.
Yeah, she
Every
does.
word she
Absolutely.
utters is a lie.
But I'll do
I'm not joking. You should never believe what she says. One day she will betray you too.
She has.
She already has. I've just found out she's not my mother, Emma.
You will not die by my hand today, Sarah.
No.
She deserves to die.
By mine
In fact,
instead.
I think that honor goes to you.
Sure does. No, I'm not shooting her. Guy could get back in bed.
Where is the Al-Azif?
Sir Gregory planned to get it off the island by boat. I wouldn't be surprised if he sends it with the next shipment for the continent, but I don't know when that is.
Pew pew.
I really thought my next breath would be my last.
Well,
just this
anything's
one.
possible.
This is no time to be joking.
I'm not.
Just help me climb aboard this boat, and let's get off of this cursed island.
No, I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you, until you've told me everything.
For crying out loud, what are you talking about?
Paris, 1763, number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
No. I beg you,
Yes.
please trust me. He's manipulating you. We must leave.
Paris.
Can't you see he wants you? And he'll do anything to turn you against me.
Number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
He had to pay for what he did to me. I panicked. There she was with the baby due. I thought it was the right time to touch it, but
Touch it? By disemboweling her and stealing me from her?
The girl was already condemned to die. He never leaves any witnesses behind. She meant nothing to him.
Kills his hookers
and
afterwards?
I absolutely had to find a way of stopping him. I couldn't let him reproduce. I had to stop him propagating himself.
Gross.
You snatched a newborn baby from its mother's womb with the sole goal of seeking revenge.
From the second I took you in, I couldn't bear to be apart from you. I
Yeah, it's
looked
'cause I'm a
after
demon.
you, fed you, raised you, like a mother.
You made me in your own image.
No, you're wrong. I devoted my whole life to teaching you to distinguish between right and wrong, so you would have the choice. You are not like him.
But you never told me.
I never said I
wanted
was like
to.
him.
I very nearly told you everything, at least a dozen times.
But
didn't,
you
though,
always
did you?
never did,
Why?
did you?
I don't know, Louis.
Fear.
It was easier not to face up to it, not to stir it all up.
Don't judge me, Louis.
Oh,
You
I'm
were
judging
afraid
the
of my
shit
reaction.
out of you.
I wanted to tell you everything once you were old enough to understand.
He's
Forgive
like
me.
30
Louis,
something.
yes.
I think he's old
I
enough
made
now.
mistakes in the past, but now I'm ready
Do
to...
you consider me a mistake?
No,
Yes.
not you. You are what I am most proud of in my
I'm so
whole
proud
life.
I
You are
disemboweled
good.
you from your
you
mother.
fight to do right. You are not like him.
Still, he is my father. Why did you steal me?
You don't want to know, believe me.
For once in your life, be honest. Why all this mess? Why do you have it in for him so much? Why?
Because I'm his daughter. I know what he's doing.
Oh, what the
I
fuck?
see he has his eye on you. He's hovering around you, tempting you. He did it to me before you. And if you don't live up to his expectations, he will cast you away.
Is that what happened to you?
I wasn't good enough
There's a lot
for
of
him,
fucking incest going on
so
here.
he rejected me.
What do you mean?
He tried to initiate me, but it would seem I am unable to develop his talent. I can't withdraw my mind from my body.
I get it. The reason why you abducted me is because he didn't love you, isn't
What?
it?
He
Daddy
doesn't
issues?
love anyone, Louis. Don't be
Be thankful for
taken
not
in.
getting shot. I forgive her? Absolutely not. I never want to see her again. Drop dead. I mean, yeah, he is absolutely manipulating me. I don't forgive her. Do we join the dark side or not? Let's join the dark side.
You are going to take that boat and return to France. I never want to see you again. Here, this is yours.
Louis, no, don't say that. Not after everything I've done for you. You have no right.
Farewell, Mother. Take care of yourself.
Okay. I stopped Napoleon Bonaparte from getting the lance, sure did. Slapped the shit out of him. Did not find about Sarah de Richet's lie. Oops. Maybe I should have read her mind when she said I'm his daughter. She was probably lying her ass off there. Anyway, I floored Napoleon. He will not be pleased. Persuaded Jacques Pierreux not to shoot. Arrived at the wharf before Sarah de Richet was wounded. I stopped Lady Hillsborough from shooting Sarah de Richet. Let Sarah go. I found out about my demonic nature. I learned from Emma Hillsborough that Al-Azif was going to be sent to the continent. Okay, I'm curious now if it's always Emma. No matter what choice you make, it's always the other twin. I won't know until I replay the game, but I have a feeling it doesn't matter who you pick. Okay, 4 points. What can I do with 4 points? Not much. Not much. I can go etiquette, or politics, or linguistics, science, manipulation. Only those. Manipulation's been working for us. That. And I have a point left. It's unlikely I'm going to max out any of the other ones. And I have no books I can read. That sucks.
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again.
Why do I have to be in this
I'm a
horrible
demon.
room?
I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
Let's embrace it. Let's just go Sith.
No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Okay. That's Napoleon. He's gonna punch me in the face.
Sir Gregory?
What's up, Greggs?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing,
So it turns out this guy's
but you
a
must be
demon?
a bit shaken up.
Live luxuriously
That's the
until you're
least you
tired
can
and then
say.
spear yourself.
I bid you
Rough.
welcome among us, Louis.
But if
Knowing
I can
William,
jump, if I
he
can jump
probably
bodies,
didn't go into any detail about
I don't
our
have to
family.
die.
So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
don't do that. I'll be pissed.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
Yes.
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
Okay. How many?
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man,
Envelope
we are
is
brothers.
such a horrible way to.
If we are born as a woman, we are sisters.
Hey, come
but
on
I
now,
must
guys.
admit,
Trans
it
rights.
has
You can be whoever you want.
absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Just horrible meat sacks.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we are the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Okay, I'm not sure that's how it works, but all right.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I
He's a
believe
clout
that the
chaser.
birth of our
That's the
latest
issue.
sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed,
I'm an
William
expert- I'm an
certainly
expert,
is
actually.
prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed.
Oh,
but
come
I
on now, he
can't
has 16
justify
children.
this perpetual
keep track of all
rebellion
of it.
against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
You'll just make a different kind of king. I mean, democracy is fucking working. it's better than a monarchy.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now.
Oh, don't worry.
On
we're
the other
working.
hand, we are eternal. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
It's more like it's more like despotism. He's not wrong. Let's do a monarchical technocracy. That's kind of what we have, only it's more of a monarchical oligarchism. Oligarchy. Yeah, that's the word.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view.
Yes, your point of view
man's
from
point
the
of view,
throne.
I can understand how he would have that impression, if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But
Oh, well, he
what
did it
about
to himself.
man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis.
He's not-
Imagine a
he's not
creature
wrong
that
there.
dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles.
Do
And
they know
now
that?
William is obsessed with
Do
disrupting
they know
everything.
you're doing that to them?
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm
Because
not
the
talking about
demons are in
conflicts
charge.
within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground.
The
Do
Irish.
you understand?
As best I can, yes.
Those
When the
those
time
prickly
comes,
Irish.
you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Am I in danger?
Are you trying to warn me that I'm in danger?
That, Louis, will be up to you to choose. Most of all, make sure you don't pick the wrong side. William has had all the time he needs to think about this. You do not. I'm sorry to say this, but this first choice might well be of capital importance to your future. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help
Is
you
he
in
not our brother?
any way, go now.
He said we're 8 brothers and sisters. So I guess I'm not included in those brothers. So there's even more than that, presumably? Anyway. Let's make a booty call. See if the Duchess is around. Now that we're full Sith, I mean. If I was trying to be an upstanding gentleman, I wouldn't do this, but I'm a Sith Lord now, so I don't care. Oh, no, Baby. Oh, I don't even knock anymore. That's how Sith Lord I've become. Oh, it's the music of shenanigans.
We have to talk.
I was just wondering.
Oh, what's she smiling for?
Right. I shall begin. It's going to be an awful lot for you to take in on just one day, but I must tell you that I'm a demon too.
Excuse me?
I know that you are too. Gregory told me everything during my convalescence. And that isn't all. I'm also Mortimer's daughter.
Oh, great.
You understand
More incest.
what that means, I hope. That's right. I am a demon too. And I am your sister. And we also slept together. But don't be too hard on yourself. It's a bit unnatural when you think about it, but then you couldn't know. This way at least, everything stays in the family. It's for the best.
Keep it in the family,
mustn't prevent
kids.
us from living out our affair in the open, however.
Our affair? Have you lost your mind?
I'm far too soft on you. I'll let you have everything, of course. So don't be nasty, if you don't mind.
Wait, these feel like they're the same thing. No, I'm going Sith Lord. Let's go.
She's not all there. It's plain to see. Yes, true. It's been a long day.
Yes. You ought to get some rest. You can sleep there. You know that, right? Although, thinking about it, best remain discreet for the time being. We shall go see Father later and tell him everything. Of course, he'll be disappointed because he bet it would be Emily, I think.
Whoa. She is completely mad.
But I think he will be proud of me when all is said and done.
She's talking to herself. She can't even see me.
He loves me. Oh, he loves me not. Yes, we'll have to tell Father all about this. But I don't want to live on this island. It's too cold.
Right.
There's no point in insisting anymore.
There's your husband
I'm going
back on
in
the mainland. We
Yes,
should probably
I'll
talk about.
see you later. La 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 Louie, la la.
Okay. When did that happen? Like a bullshit, maybe? I have a feeling Sir Gregory has probably scrambled her brain. Be my guess. Delicious piss potion. Alright, who's moving? Someone's leaving. Who's leaving? Napoleon? He couldn't take that slap. Fuck that, Louis. Slap me. How the fuck do I get to Mortimer's? Is it this way? Yeah, it is this way. Hey, buddy. How you doing? You talk? You're doing a great job there. Just brushing the same spot. Brushing marble. That's gonna be good for it.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Yes, you do. You should probably actually do the work and not just pretend that you're doing the work. I mean, whatever. I don't want to talk to George Washington. I'm a Sith Lord now. I don't have to listen to any U.S. presidents. Let's talk to him. What's up, George? Are you also fucked up?
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
Have you seen the horrible room with all the paintings?
I get the impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
As Washington has turned into a gossiping grandpa.
Well, Mr. Godoy heard that we are expecting a last-minute guest.
Pardon?
Yes, a certain Al-Azif.
Strange. Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, I might as well not hang out here any longer, if he has nothing to say. Me neither.
He must have misunderstood. The conference has started. Godoy is a little too used to court intrigue, if you ask me.
I agree with you. Well, nevertheless, I hope I have distracted you a little.
Yes, thank you, Louis. I don't need much. And don't hesitate if you ever do have any news.
Don't
I
ask me
won't,
about
Mr.
my hand
President.
or anything. George. The termites from his teeth have gotten to his brain. See you later, Hazmat. Okay. Alright, Morty. Daddy. What have you got to say for yourself? Please explain the room you put me in that had so many horrible paintings in it.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice.
Doubt.
Your decision not to see Sarah, your sister, anymore. I admire your determination.
Okay,
She
wasn't
stole
lying
my
about
life
that
from
then.
me. Even though I already owe her a lot, I don't want anything to do with her anymore.
You are the master of all your decisions from now on.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Quite curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time.
Accelerated
From
puberty.
now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised?
What's his real name?
What did he say?
What's your real name?
According to him, the family is a prickly subject for you.
He exaggerates. I don't have problems with all our family, far from it. I admit I find it difficult to follow the path set out before me sometimes. I don't share their vision, and they don't understand me.
They find you unstable.
I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died.
Gonna happen again.
We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
So he wants to, like, let off the pressure on this winter of our discontent.
So that's your project.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want.
Right.
The best way of
Fucking-
getting them
it
to
is
achieve
capitalism.
something
It's exactly what
is
he's
to
going
make
for.
them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States.
It means he's
From
going
the
to
start,
rig
I
every
introduced an
election from
idea
now on.
that will change everything.
It's only
the
ever
idea
the same
that
dynasty
everything
of
is
people,
possible.
the same small circle of
Everyone
people
can
who get
become
elected.
someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course. but obscurantism. By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of
Louis
their
really doesn't
lives
like that idea.
as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then
We won't
they
change.
will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families.
There we are, kids.
Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others
You're
as
not
workforce.
likely to upend the system when your entire livelihood depends on it functioning. So once you are integrated into it, having to pay rent, having to need money to buy food, etc., rebellion becomes more difficult.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote.
Yes,
Look,
let's
at the
tax the
moment,
shit
they
out of
don't
women,
work.
too.
They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system.
God damn
We
it.
could guide humanity
damn it,
from a young
Mortimer.
age, Louis, don't you see? Today we are wasting too much time.
Indoctrinate the kids. Wow, this is actually considerably more insidious than I was going to give him credit for. And it is extremely close to reality.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress
Give
must
them
replace man,
other
wherever his presence is
pointless
not
chores.
obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women, as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone, freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach, otherwise man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits, and it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want
only
to
so
dominate
far,
or
'cause they are
raise
still
humanity
chained.
higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been
Said we're
searching for
parasites.
centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are.
I know, we're Sith Lord now. I don't. Louis doesn't care. I am aghast at this, but Louis doesn't give a shit.
I see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you
Yes.
mean exactly?
Force
A
lightning.
new skill, and not the least, Louis.
How to
It's
claim
about
that you are the Senate.
taking control of a person.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing.
Wow.
This way, no
Wow.
other demon can turn them against me.
So they weren't deaf and dumb to begin with. He made them deaf and dumb. This is a very bad daddy.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
No.
What do you mean by that?
No,
The
not the
conference
Duchess.
will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piangi to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
My
The real
goodness.
game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control.
Stop reading my
You're going
thoughts.
to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done,
Yeah, like
you
his-
will naturally
like a
find
sex
your
organ.
way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Just some
Very
bats.
well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand.
Gross.
Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right, I'll take care of it.
I'll absolutely fuck this up. Because I don't have the letter. I don't have Piaggi's letter anymore because I gave it to Sarah. I have a feeling I probably am going to need that. Okay, we'll find out. Alright, where's Piaggi's room? No. No. Hello. The one beside me, I see. Light jog. Get the blood pumping. Don't get it pumping too much. Am I going through the stump? When can I jump to a new body? This one is missing a hand. Which one was him? This one? Wow, I didn't even knock. Okay. So once I became a Sith Lord, I didn't give a shit anymore. You know, I was always thinking that his eyes were extremely green.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I
Back.
sit down?
I've never
Of
been
course,
in here.
Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Oh, everything is just 0? Maybe don't bring up. Yeah, I just need him to talk.
What exactly is your role with regard to the Holy Father?
What? What on earth is he playing at?
It's coming. You're a cardinal in Pictori. Why don't you admit it?
Impertinent little brat. Louis, I don't find this conversation in very good taste.
All right, it's coming. Come on, Giuseppe, let me in.
What?
I'm in.
I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter.
Dear your
I have no
pokiness.
means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes.
Yeah, that's
There
the
are 2
thing.
letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Jeez. My dear Giuseppe, as my health does not allow me to honor Sir Holmes' invitation to go to Lord Mortimer's, I should be grateful if you would sit at a conference on my behalf. Naturally, you will give my thanks to your hosts, consolidate our agreements with Sir Gregory, and let him know that his venture regarding Cardinal Bishop Chiaramonti is following its course. I have every confidence in you. May God bless and protect you, Giovanni Angelo Braschi. Do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. What is his motto? Okay, use the one with his motto on it. Dear Giuseppe, I know you are on your way to Lord Mortimer's residence. I hope you have a good trip, even though you are obliged to cross the French countryside at present, very agitated. Know that this mission is crucial, my friend. May God bless you and protect you, etc., etc. They say different things. So it's EHHBCF. And the first letter was GJGHFJ. Is that a thing? GJ. Thinking maybe it was the first letter or the last letter. Do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Use the one with my motto on it. Okay, choose.
Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust.
We'll play a good Sith Lord. And... Oh, a good Sith Lord would discredit both of them, actually, to be fair. Alright, now, let's play the Mortimer game.
It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Something about
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
Do I know the Pope's motto? I don't. I can force myself to know it.
And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
Okay, so I know the Pope's motto. So look at the stamp on the right.
I've
already seen the seal. Yes, it looks like the stamp that Piaggi applied to the letter he handed to me.
Okay, it's not that one.
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
No, that's the one. No, I don't need to translate it. It's fine. Okay, pretty sure it's that one. So what's the left one then?
A circle with a cross inside.
It's a bit basic. Okay, pretty sure it's the middle.
I remember the seal that Piaggi used for the letter he confided me with. Huh. I don't recognize this one. On it is written, Flore in Domo
I
Domini.
just wanted to make sure because the camera zoomed in on the wrong one there. Let me just make sure. Okay, yes. Yeah. Okay, now I have to write the Armani code. Alright, let me read these again. GJGHFJ. Not sure. And EHHBCF, and there's also X number of dots. Can't tell if they're the same number of dots, they're too close together.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence.
According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo.
I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today, the date is 24/01/1793.
This is free.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
The day isn't translated. Okay. Okay, so it's A24. Okay, when it was 31, he went with I. G. Okay, it's the next 2. And for 17, would have been 0, which would have been E. He wouldn't have moved at all. And then 1, which would have been H. Okay, so that's what it is. And then 1793. How did he get to B? Is it 7 around? He starts at E, and E is 0. H would be 1. A is 2, F is 3, I is 4, G is 5, J is 6, B is 7. Okay, that's what it is. It's just a... I forget what they call it, but it's like a knock-on cipher or whatever. Okay, so the first one should be, we're at 24, so 24 is 0 in our case. Today's date is 24, did, so it's 01. So A, F. Huh?
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
A, F.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Then F again.
Today the date is
Does he need to do this every time?
24/01/1793.
Okay, and then 7 A is 0, F is 1, I is 2, G is 3, J is 4, B is 5, D is 6, C is 7.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
C is 7, then H is 9.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Ah, this fucking analog stick. Alright, A.
Today the date is
Yes.
24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
It's AFF, C.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
C, H.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
3 is G.
Today is the 24/01/1793.
So do I have to stay as this guy now, or what?
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
Calm down, my friend. The poor boy has just passed out. We were talking about this and that when suddenly he fainted. Keeled over, just like that.
Huh, really? What a weakling. I wonder what Mortimer sees in him.
Who knows? I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays. The perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him. Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time.
I'm gasted
What
with
if he
flabber.
wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
What is Wolner immune to? He's immune to occultism, but I don't know his other stuff. Okay. All will be against it. Yeah, probably.
The slime bag. He works for Mortimer. Good thing I already tried to warn Gregory.
Okay. He won't care about that. That's expensive.
Committing a crime in my room is out of the question. Think, it will all be on our heads. No doubt about it. I refuse to run the risk.
Right.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it. He is capable of reporting me to Sir Gregory. I'm really risking my neck here.
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body.
Did he not notice his eyes were open?
Right. Now just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
Is? Okay. We are very, very low on effort points. How much? Okay, I have some goo left. Hopefully we can generate some more in the meantime. And we don't bump into anybody else. Would also be good. Okay, red salon. The room that has all the red in it. Not this room. Is it one behind me? No, it's this one. Yeah, I think so. Can I pick up some stuff? What's this? Okay. Not quite what I wanted, but that's fine. What? Oh, I can finish that now. Collection of notes written by Sarah de Richet, the sum of her immense knowledge of the occult disciplines. I was going to say disciples there. Hey, what's up? Hey Morty, where you at?
Great. Honey.
Delicious. Join more. Oh, it is the dining room. Oops. I could have sworn they called this the red salon, but apparently not. Well, whatever. I got some honey out of it. That's fine. Can I pick this up? Anything? Ooh, no. Let's not talk to him. He's gonna be pissed that I slapped him. Oh, that's good boy. Well, whatever. Ah, shit.
So, Louis, what was your first time like?
Listen, old man.
Bewildering, isn't it?
Gentleman.
Here's your letter.
A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Let's do it twice. No.
Everything went as planned. I didn't encounter any particular difficulties.
Well done, you. On my first try, well, it took me 3 goes. But you did it.
Uh-oh.
Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
Let's not piss people off here.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Fix your makeup.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn?
Poison?
It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
You came here to warn me, sir.
No, to advise you.
Advise me against my father. Why?
I think you are capable of deciding for...
You haven't answered my question. Why warn me against my father? What are you afraid he will do to me?
Well, I wouldn't want him to lead you into... I don't know what absurd adventure in which...
You act as though I were in danger.
I agree with Louis, Gregory. You're trying to pass me off as a villain about to devour him.
That's not funny, William. I won't let him follow you.
Shit.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
My own father I just
Right.
met. Like,
Before I answer, well, I better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
no. Wait, which one is which? Which one is supporting Mortimer? That's the one I want to do. It's like, anyway, I was saying shit because he mentioned like devouring his son, and we have seen multiple versions of that painting of Kronos devouring his child. And I am wondering, am I the child in that situation, or is Mortimer the child in that situation, and it's his father is devouring him? I don't know. Well, we're going Sith Lord, so yeah.
It's useless trying to resist my true nature. I'm a demon. May as well accept it. The sooner, the better. Even if I continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying. And I'll be left on my own, forever. I am a demon and I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So, what do you choose, Louis?
Okay. Daddy.
I shall follow my father, Sir Gregory.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please,
I will.
don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is?
You.
Ah, shit.
My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
Okay, did I fuck anything up? No, and no alternate path. I did literally everything I could do in that. That's nice. I falsified a letter for the Pope. To the Pope, presumably. Anyway, I chose to discredit Sir Gregory in my letter to the Pope. I learned to use my new power. I temporarily became allied to Lord Mortimer for the continuation of the conference. Not temporary. It's not temporary. I succeeded in stopping Von Wellner from poisoning me. And I found Lady Hillsborough in her room. Absolutely off her face. On something. Surprised episode 4 is still going. I honestly would have thought they would have ended with the, bombshell, you're a demon. Okay, 8 available points. Wow, they really start ramping up the points now. What do I need for this then? 9 points. Or that's free. This is only 8 though. I could max out logic. Welcome to the family, son. Oh, that's where they're dropping it? I absolutely would have dropped it with the Megaton, you're a demon. You're a demon, Louis. Okay, we can skip this. Okay. Final vote. Mind jail. I don't like the sound of that at all. And the last move. Okay. Mind jail.
From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts.
You take care of getting the lands. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Meanwhile, let us remain on our guard against any last-minute surprises. I know my brother well. He never prepares for war if he has no chance of winning.
Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
If I'm asking you all these things, it's for your own good, you know.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
Don't make me your competition, de Richet. You are no match.
Trust yourselves. It's all already in there.
Whose fucking grave are we all standing around? Mine? Hope not. Daddy's office.
Dear friends, I'd like to thank you for your continued trust and confidence. I admit that during these past few days, there has been much upheaval. I understand you have all been affected by this. Nevertheless, the world doesn't stop turning, and we are in fact on the verge of reshaping the modern world.
That is what we are all here for, my lord.
Thank you for your enthusiasm, Monsieur Bonaparte. Now you all know
How's your
what we
job,
have to
Bonaparte?
do. I cannot warn you strongly enough. If one of Sir Gregory's guests asks to speak with you, remain on your guard. It is highly likely that he will try to rally as many supporters to his cause as he can.
Don't worry, William. We
Absolutely.
are all here
Do
to
not
support your
engage in
project
debate.
through to its conclusion.
Thank you, George. Now, please, go and get some rest before the conference begins, which won't be long now. Louis, stay with me a moment, won't you? I'll be needing your services in a certain matter.
Yes, of course. What's the matter?
Louis, you are the only one here who I totally trust.
Oh, you
It
shouldn't
is
have done
very
that.
likely that Gregory will take possession of some of the members of our team. I shall keep them in check over the next few hours. However, I'll need you to... how can I say this? To persuade the members of Gregory's group.
What do you mean by that exactly?
You know what he
You'll
means.
have free reign, my son. Persuade all of them. Use every possible means imaginable. But no physical violence. Let's be very, very
physical
clear
violence.
about that. You must bring
Psychic
them
violence.
all over to our side. One after. You can do this. I know it.
Very well, Father.
Now go, and come back and see me once you've finished.
I'll be off then.
Can I get some new clothes or like the change for my bandage? Something? Alright, this is the only one we can equip. Because I apparently missed loads of them. By the Lady Hillsborough. Persuade them to vote for Morty. Alright, let's try it. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. Ok. Ooh, dangerous liaisons. I always thought that was a film. Guess maybe it was based on the book. I think Cruel Intentions was based on that. Alright. Is the Lady Hillsborough in her room? And is she still off her face?
Emma?
Come in, Louis. What can I do for you?
What, with the conference soon upon us, I would have thought that...
You are absolutely right. I wanted to wait a bit before talking to you, but as you are here, I've been thinking about what we shall do once we get back. How to arrange the house, prepare the rooms for the children. Yes, I want 3, and the first one will be a boy. We shall call him Louis, like his father.
Oh, man, this just keeps getting worse. She's drifting deeper into madness.
She's got what she deserves. Well, we are going Sith Lord here.
It would almost be sad if she didn't entirely deserve it. She wanted to play and she lost. I'm not gonna save her.
Anyway, we'll have time to talk about it later. Regarding the conference, as we are going to vote against Mortimer's project, I thought you ought to warn Sir Gregory.
No, wait.
I'm sure he'll reserve you a prime seat at his side.
No, you don't understand.
What do you mean?
Okay. She's immune to... Oh, she's immune to questioning. I thought she was immune to logic. Maybe it's her sister with. It's her sister with. Her sister's vulnerable to psychology. She. Book 3. Try and manipulate her.
Emma, I think it would be better if we sided with Father.
for
I'm
fuck's
sure he'll
sake.
be very grateful to us.
Over my dead body. I will never side with him. He might be my progenitor, but I refuse to follow him. Listen, we're wasting our time. We are not going to vote for Mortimer. That's all there is to it. The man is sly. He has no scruples at all, and I refuse to pass on any of my credibility to him. Subject closed.
Right. This is not gonna be easy. What could possibly make her change her mind?
Pretend that you'll leave her if she doesn't vote for Mortimer.
Emma, what happened to you? Speak to me.
For
You
fuck's sake!
just stop right there. I'm not going to let you question me like this. I don't know what's come over you, but you're going to have to pull yourself together right now.
Yes.
Now leave me. You've given me a migraine and I'd like to be alone.
Right, just drop it. There's no hope for her.
Well, fuck that up. Right. I don't have anything to cure that. So that's not good either. Okay. Oh, that sucks. Anyway, who's this? Oh, yeah. You've gone the wrong way. I thought Godoy was on our side. I thought I had convinced him. Do I have to convince him again?
Duke Manuel,
Doriche,
I'm delighted to see you're standing by Lord Mortimer.
one cannot say that the situation is altogether reassuring, but I must admit, he does know what he's doing. Something tells me I've made the right choice. So, to thank you for persuading me to join you, what would you say to a nice piece of amber? I am given to understand that you collect it.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't mention it to Isa. It is the least I can do. Good. See you at the vote.
I'll see you later then.
Okay.
Right.
I had
Godoy
already
is
done
on
that.
board.
Oh, nice. Okay, fair enough. That's a reward for having done it earlier in the game, I guess. Okay. That's my room. Okay, catchy. I mean, I could always go, you know, I've already told the Pope that you're gonna vote for him, so...
Your Eminence, would you have a moment?
I shouldn't really, Louis, as you can imagine.
Rest assured, I've come just as a friend.
All right then, Louis. But be quick.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
It's got nothing to do with it, but... You didn't come and see me in my room a few hours ago, did you?
Does he remember anything? Oh no. No, I'm sorry. You must be mistaken. I've been speaking to Lord Mortimer in his study.
I must have dreamed it then. It seems so real.
Don't blame yourself, Your Eminence. We're all exhausted. I can assure you of that.
That's very kind of you, Louis. I don't know what's wrong with me at the moment, but I feel rather fragile.
Poor man seems terrified. It'd be a good idea if I reassured him a little before trying to get him to change sides.
Oh, what did you want from me exactly?
Tell me, Your Eminence, do you know anything about symbols and dreams?
Come, Louis. The scriptural law rejects all divination through dreams. You ought to know that.
Of course, I wasn't suggesting that these visions were messages from God, Your Eminence. But it might be that when we rest, our mind imagines situations based on things that left an impression on it.
Why does my
Take
mind
your
keep
dream, for
imagining my
example.
teeth falling
What
out?
did it speak of?
I'm not sure that I can speak about it.
Don't worry, Your Eminence. There's no one else here but me.
Well, I was right here, in my room, and you came to see me. Then it all became confusing. I know that Mr. von Wollner was here too. No, it's not possible.
What was he doing?
He tried to harm you.
Damn it. He does have memories of what happened. Your Eminence, you have no reason to worry, because I'm right here in front of you, in perfect health.
Yes. Yes, you are
Might be
right.
more difficult if you
You're
had poison.
probably just a little tired. Overworked, that's all.
That's it. Just a bit tired. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Please excuse me, Louis, if I've wasted your time. You came to see me about the conference, I imagine. And here I go rambling on about...
Hang on, before I get into a timed thing with him. What are his weaknesses? Okay, questioning and manipulation, and he's immune to logic. Okay.
I don't know what nonsense.
No need to apologize, Your Eminence. Think nothing of it.
What did you want to speak to me about?
Change of road.
Right. It's now or never to get him to change his mind. I must admit that opposing you pains me, and it pains Lord Mortimer a great deal as well.
I can well imagine. You should know that I am not happy about it either.
He's an upright man who, like yourself, spends his time helping others and doing good around him. But you know that better than I do.
I owe him a lot, you know.
Your Eminence, if you feel you owe him something, let me tell you it's not too late to show it.
It's thanks to him that I took the Holy Orders. We met when I was very young, here, on this island. After our encounter, I had the firm conviction that my duty was to take the Holy Orders.
I'll bet.
To tell you the truth, I owe him everything.
Have you ever thanked him for it?
Never. You must find me ungrateful.
I would never dare, Your Eminence.
You came to persuade me to join him, didn't you?
Yes.
I don't have that power, but I do sincerely believe that Lord Mortimer serves a righteous cause.
You are an angel who brings peace to the soul, my son.
Listen to your heart, Your Eminence.
You are right. To hell with all this political manipulation. Yes, I must listen to my conscience.
Yes, listen to that little voice in your head. What does it say?
Yes, Louis. I will vote for William's project. I will follow you.
I'm sure it will mean a great deal to Lord Mortimer, Your Eminence.
Once again, thank you, my son. Please leave me now. I must pray.
Of course, Your Eminence. I'll be on my way now.
Right, fucking Von Wallner's gonna be a tricky. Before we get into his room, what do I know about him? He's immune to occultism, that's it. That's all we know about him. Kinda wish we had a bit more information than that. This must be his room, because... No, we've been in Wallner's room. Been in everybody's room. I think this one is an unused room. Oh, it's Washington's. Okay, we haven't been in Washington's room. Right. Johann, don't make this difficult for me. Already messed up one. Right, Joey. Joey Walls.
Why is his study in such a mess? Looks like Volner's planning something.
Is he planning my murder?
This is Thursday.
What's this?
The signs of obscurantism.
Okay. Obscurantism. Oh shit.
Look,
everywhere.
a blotter. And apparently it's been used recently. I wonder what Volner was going to write. It's smudged. It's not all legible. I can make out the signature though and leave as if planned
Oh, no, it's too expensive.
It's illegible. Let's see if I can find a solution in Volner's things here. Given his interest in alchemy, I wouldn't be surprised if I found something that revealed what's written somewhere in his room.
Okay, what you got for me?
Golden elixir.
Alright, nice. His bottle. Let's check the rest of his room first. Right. Johann must be somewhere else. Vanity?
Let's see. A simple toiletry case? Never mind.
I mean, I imagine I'll have to grab something out of that. Maybe he has something for his beard.
Just clothes.
Not just clothes, what's that? Taste a devil's thorn.
Chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Wollner. I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter.
It's expensive. That's less expensive. Thinking it's probably something citric.
Think, Louis. I know for sure that lime water neutralizes chemical actions, but doesn't work on ink.
Shit.
I must find something else.
Well, it's not that then. Right, come back later. Let's see what's on the desk.
A sesterce.
Sure are throwing a lot of collectibles in this last chapter. Alright, what's on the desk then?
What a mess. Looks like Volner was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet.
Wait, did we not do this already?
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before. I've seen occult inscriptions like this before. They're not very common. As a matter of fact, I've only seen them once before, around the Lock of Al-Azif.
Johan, I know you're trying to find out what happened to Elizabeth. It's getting out of hand now. You're excavating the constant. We read that already. Okay. Guess we just gotta pick one? Out of the chemistry set? It's too expensive to do the science.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Wollner.
Wait, I can do a freebie? Is that the freebie one? Yeah.
I should find something to help reveal the traces of ink on the blotter. I have to find some ammonium sulfide if I want to make the text appear by capillary action.
Perfect. Here's some. Yes, it worked. Now I can see it.
Sir Gregory, I'll leave Al-Azif at the landing stage at the appropriate time. Yours truly, Johann von Wollner.
This is child's play.
Well, that will certainly be helpful. I don't know where the appropriate place is or the appropriate time. Also don't know where Johann is. Should I get rid of this debilitation? I don't even know what it does. What are you doing? One unusable effort point. That's fine. Not worried about that one. Okay, he must be downstairs. Or he's waiting for me in my room with a pistol. Where would you be? Be in the lounge? Joey? Where you at? Oh, he's not in the lounge. Maybe he's in the dining room. We're hanging out here. No. We're hiding the book.
I need to talk to von Wollner.
Oh shit.
Blasted. Holm is with him.
Gentlemen,
Louis! I'm sorry, but we are waiting for Duke Manuel. If you wouldn't mind leaving us, I should think you already have enough to do as it is.
very well. I didn't mean to disturb you.
They're waiting for Duke Manuel. No doubt to make him change sides.
All right. If they want him, then they'll get him.
right, we're body swapping. Okay, where's Godot's room? Hey, Godot is gone. Sorry, me again.
Yes, monsieur. Is there something you wanted to add?
Concentrate. I need you to listen carefully to what I have to say, Godoy.
I am all ears.
Push.
You're all nose,
I need
too.
you to do me a little favor. It's working, that's it, Louis. Get in his head.
Oh, dear. What is happening to me? I do not feel very well.
I need your help, sir. Get in his head. Perfect.
Thank you, monsieur. I'm sure I'll know how to take full advantage of your vessel, now that I am unwell.
Okay, lock the door. Actually, does it matter? I could just stay as Manuel. Like, it wouldn't have to be Louis all the time.
Duke Manuel, here you are at last.
Sir Gregory, Mr. von Wollner.
Thank you for agreeing to this meeting. I shan't beat about the bush, my friend. I was very disappointed by your behavior. I had thought you more loyal. Consequently, my affection for you leads me to ask you to reconsider one last time.
I've already reconsidered it, Sir Gregory. I shall be loyal to you when it comes to the vote. Have no doubt about it.
Excellent news indeed, my friend. Did you hear, Johann?
Yes, and it comes at a most timely moment. I anticipate an overwhelming victory.
It goes without saying to keep it to yourself. I would like to give William a nice surprise.
Whatever you say.
I'll leave you with Johann a while. I still have a few things to settle. I shan't be long.
See you later, Sir Gregory.
Oh, Godoy. Come over here. I'm warming myself up.
Gross.
I had the misfortune to step outside and I'm frozen solid.
I wonder what he was doing outside. Something
what
to
he
do
was
with what
doing.
Holm asked him for, maybe.
Book.
He's back from the landing stage. Damn. He must have gone to deposit Al Azif for someone to pick up.
Mr. von Wollner, I wanted to speak to you. I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse.
I'm all ears.
Now, we don't have much time, so here it is. You will vote for Mortimer.
What a strange idea, Godoy. You are being ridiculous. Tell me now, why would I do that?
Because I'm going to kill you. Okay. He lied to us. He only serves his own interests. That's too expensive.
Damn traitor is about to drop us.
Sir Gregory has been taking us for a ride right from the start. When it comes to this operation, he isn't championing the interests of our respective nations. All he cares about is beating Lord Mortimer at his own game.
Oh, come, Manuel. Where are you getting this from?
Name me even one decision by Sir Gregory that was in favor of Prussia.
My God, man. I didn't know you were so excessive.
You don't want to answer?
I will. Just let me think.
You're pinned down.
Scraping the barrel.
You will only get mere crumbs out of Poland. It will go to Russia. And I hope you're ready for a global war because I doubt France will agree to our coalition.
True. Said like that. I don't know.
I'm not criticizing. I'm in the same boat as you. Spain will docilely follow Holm without getting anything in return.
You are wasting your time, Duke Manuel. You know nothing about me, and your attempts to manipulate me have no effect.
They had
You
some
behave as
effect.
though we were close. Yet ever since you arrived, you've only been interested in your own little self.
Don't say that, Johann. We may not be friends, but we are allies.
Is that so? And what do you know about me exactly?
Oh, should I drop that on him?
You are loyal and discreet. Just look at how you managed to get your hands on Al-Azif for Gregory.
But how?
Well, I'm more attentive than you seem to think. The fact remains, I was able to admire your expertise.
There wasn't a great deal to it, in actual fact.
I wouldn't exactly call him modest.
I don't know whether or not Gregory realizes how lucky he is to have you in his ranks, but for my part, I know a great man when I see one.
I thank you, Duke Manuel. But,
Perhaps you could
tell
come back
me.
to my room after the conference.
Why do you want to follow Mortimer all of a sudden?
There's nothing all of a
Mortimer is
sudden about
planning something. We don't know everything. He must have something up his sleeve to be so confident.
Ah, really? And what do you think that might be?
He'll kill anyone who opposes him. He's immune to occultism.
He intends to get rid of all those unwilling to give their support to him.
You can't be serious. Look, you've seen as well as I have who's here, haven't you? This is insane!
Johann, one thing is certain. Mortimer never gives in. I think he is perfectly capable of making a clean sweep and starting over again if he thinks he has no other options. After all, who would complain? People everywhere crying out against oppression?
But these conferences take place according to rules. Have you forgotten?
We are talking about Lord William Mortimer here. Do you really believe he would stop at breaking a few rules?
No. Probably not. Look, I hear everything you're saying, but there is no chance that Mortimer can make us all change sides. That is why Sir Gregory can but win. You understand?
Think again. It's already too late.
It's only you left. He hates me, though, right?
That clever de Richet turned them all against...
What the...
all of them. One by one, he somehow persuaded them to join Mortimer.
But... No, that's impossible.
It looks like all of us have seriously underestimated him. While we all thought he was running around after his poor mother, he was actually accomplishing the tour de force of winning us all over, one after the other. You're the only one left, Johann. I dare not imagine what Mortimer will do if he finds out you are against him. Because from now on, you're on your own. Good luck.
No, wait. I hear you. Honestly, betraying Gregory is... well, it's unthinkable. Unless I simply don't have any choice.
You don't.
Yes, he's finally cracked.
Thank you for warning me.
You're welcome. There is nothing more natural between allies. I did what I could. Now, it's up to you. As for me, I'll vote for Mortimer. Good luck to you.
Good luck.
Okay, we didn't quite get everybody, but the Duchess is also out of her mind, so she may
Good.
not even
I
make it
mustn't
to the
lose too much
conference.
time.
You okay, Godoy? He'll be alright.
See you later, my Lord Duke. Have a nice rest.
I'm hoping that mess up with the Duchess was just always going to happen no matter what, because she was so out of it. Don't know though. Wait. Right? Yeah. Oh, actually, it's pretty much the same. Same distance either direction. Okay, Daddy, do you approve? I almost did it. Only lost one, but in my defense, she's insane now. It's not a good look that they made the only female character hysterical by the end of the game. The only female character left, rather. Unless Sarah shows up or Elizabeth comes back, but I somehow doubt that's going to happen. Daddy. Wait, what's on your desk? I've read them.
Louis, there you are. Well, tell me, how did it go?
I did my best.
Whom did you manage to persuade?
Everyone except...
You can count on Cardinal Piaggi.
Ah, perfect. I had a feeling old Giuseppe would be able to follow me.
You can count on Duke Manuel's vote.
Now I am impressed. I would never have thought the Duke would have yielded. I see
You
you
knew
must
he had
have been
yielded.
very persuasive.
You can count on Mr. von Volner.
Really? Well, I must admit, I'm stunned at your success there. I truly believed he would never betray Gregory. Listen, Louis. Congratulations for what you've just accomplished. It's not perfect, but it's still quite a feat.
But not enough, given that the vote must be approved unanimously. We're going to lose.
Don't worry. I couldn't have been any more persuasive myself. You've done the hardest part. I'll take over now. Don't worry. Assemble everyone in the conference room. Meet me there and let's get it over with.
I thought they were deaf. Did he shout that into his brain as well?
My friend,
Okay, here we
here
go.
we are at last, gathered together to close this conference. I would first of all like to thank you all for making the time to be here and lend your services. Gregory, I believe I may speak for both of us when I say that we are honored by your presence here.
You are perfectly right to do so, William. Thank you for putting your faith in us and for coming here to participate in this conference. Thank you for helping us to make the best decisions. And I especially want to thank you, William, for perfectly hosting us at your home during these past several days.
I'm not sure all the guests would agree to that. In any case, Holm doesn't seem to be himself.
Good. I think we can begin. You will vote in turn on the question that interests us today. Are you for or against the transfer of ownership of Louisiana from Spain
Mortimer
to France?
possessing
Monsieur de
Holm?
Richet?
Wait, what was the question? Fuck. Well, 4 is on Mortimer's side, so I'm gonna go.
I
with that.
vote for.
Duchess Hillsborough?
Against!
That's it.
Duke
We're
Manuel?
done.
For. Your Eminence?
For. But
Gregory, please.
Oops.
Monsieur Napoleon?
For.
Mr. von Volner?
For.
What?
Gregory, please refrain from interrupting the voting. You know the rules, brother. President Washington? For. The votes are now cast. So you were not won over by my project. That hurts.
I warned you. You didn't want to listen to me.
Never mind. It will still come to pass.
Traitor! What have you done? You are obliged to respect your word.
What's up, Greg?
That is the rule.
The time of conferences is over, dear brother. Let us abandon all this charade.
You don't have the right. What have you done to me?
What have I done? Nothing, Gregory. You did it yourself. A word of advice. In the future, that is, if you have one,
Oh, wow.
don't drink someone else's cup of tea without checking what's in it.
Father, what happened?
Father.
Sir Gregory, what's the matter? William, what have you done?
Not now.
You are mad, William. Father will punish you for this.
He will probably try, unless I get to him first.
Oh, wow.
I cannot die.
No, you cannot die. You are, however, losing all sense of reason, as well as all your special abilities.
What did I drink?
Can't you guess? There are but few things that can have such an effect on such as we. You would know that if you ever ventured even a little way off of Father's beaten track.
Revenge!
Revenge.
No, my dear Gregory, you will not be taking any revenge. You will die stupidly, alone, enclosed in that rather withered body.
Help me!
After several centuries of near absolute power, here you find yourself on your hands and knees, hoping in vain that someone is going to help you. Tell me, what does that feel like? Never happened to me. Can't be good. You cannot leave your body. You cannot project yourself elsewhere. You cannot even contact Father. Go ahead. Try. But you are my brother. So I ask you to remember that all this is your own fault. And I want you to understand I get absolutely no pleasure
No
out of it.
pleasure?
Well, very little.
Yeah.
You swine!
A new order is born today, brother. Enough of Father's hegemony. After all these years of servitude, I can finally stand up and oppose it. You chose to serve him, whatever his excesses. Now it's up to you to face the consequences of that choice.
Matt, I am stronger than you.
I did not swing the deciding vote in favor of Sir Home. What? Anyway, okay, so failed on Lady Hillsborough, so I could have. I tried to convince the guests to follow Lord Mortimer's plan. I convinced Godoy. I convinced Van Volner. Convinced Piaggi. I understood that Van Volner was supposed to hide Alazif on the wharf. I noticed that Van Volner was just coming from outside. I understood that Van Volner just hided Alazif on the wharf. I wonder. Actually, no, it says alternate paths, so I wouldn't have been able to. I was just thinking, could I have gone out to the wharf and checked? Would have been interesting. Anyway. Okay. 4 points. What can I do with 4 points? Not much. Like science can go to level 2. Politics can go to level 2. Etiquette can go to etiquette, I think, is out the window at this point. Diversion, maybe? Let's try diversion. Okay. I am, however, going to stop there. And we will... big face mode. We will probably finish the council next week, where I imagine I'm about to go into mind jail. Considering that's what the name of this next section is called. Next week might be a bit short, so we might roll another game in for next week just in case. However, tomorrow, sorry, get back to OBS. Tomorrow we are going to be looking at Steel Rising. So let me just play the trailer. So tomorrow we're going to be checking out Steel Rising, which is a kind of Bloodborne Sekiro, but set it in the French Revolution. It's a kind of alternate history thing where Louis XIV, Louis XV, Louis XVI, whichever one got guillotined, didn't get guillotined. He in fact had a robot army, and the robot army quelled the revolution, and subsequently I think killed pretty much everybody in Paris. And our character is trying to stop that from happening. We are Aegis. This is now 2 games where I'm playing where the main character is either referred to as Aegis or their name actually is Aegis, but whatever. So yeah, it plays a bit like a Sekiro, a bit like a Bloodborne type thing. Some of the reviews and some of the early reviews are like, yeah, it's fine. It's like, does a good job. It's not on the same level as Bloodborne and Sekiro, but it's okay. I guess we'll see how close they are to that. And we'll have a look at that tomorrow. So come swing by in the channel around 7 o'clock and we'll have a look at that then. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Saturday for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or Sunday for the weekly news recap. All right, I'm going to head off. Have a good one, everybody. See you next time.